Good morning, YouTubers. It's bright and early out here in the actually pretty warm garage for the garage today. Considering how cold it's been out, it's actually above zero today. So anyway, here's the Firebird again, which is why I'm here. It's a daily grind. I try to get everything a little bit done that is on my list that I don't have. But anyway, so you guys, eventually I'm going to have this repainted, but I just wanted to show you this little gap right here. That's the worst gap in the whole car. So I'm pretty sure that was replaced too. We know this was replaced, so of course that was probably wrecked. We know this place has been, this piece here is red. And we know the hood was replaced. 3.8, but anyway. So gonna do these two motors today and get that done. And let me see what else here. Oh yeah, so I looked up if anybody has any ideas. Also, when they took this out, I'm no mechanic, but when they took this out, they took the oil cooler out. Why? I mean, wouldn't you think if you're using it at the track that you would want the oil cooler in there, because it came with one? Apparently they didn't want it, so they took it out. But all four pieces of the air conditioner are gone, which is depressing. The condenser's gone. They took that out, probably either smashed it or didn't want it, considering they took out the rest of it. But this is irritating. Instead of just leaving the little bolt, there's a nut on here that screws onto your actuator or whatever it is. But instead of doing that, they just cut it off. So I have to take this whole whole assembly off and get a new one of those. Can't think of the name of it. See, they cut it off down there too. It's like, really? Right down there. It's like, you could have at least left those two nuts on there so a guy could put this in here and replace it someday, but of course they probably never thought of that. And then I'm going to do something with this junk. I'm not sure what's all going on here. It's unplugged. I mean, is this even... Somebody else that knows shit about these cars can tell me, because I don't know shit, obviously. And all this junk, I mean, this one's plugged in, but for what? It's going to... Anyway. Sure wish I had a professional... Oh yeah, this is pretty too. I love this negative on the headlight. I would assume that probably has something to do with the fact this headlight doesn't work. The motor tries to work, but the headlight doesn't work at all. I'm going to assume that ground just laying out there, that's really nice. And then there's my hood latch. I gotta be really careful with that thing. I gotta make sure they're on there right. But anyway, there it is. So that's the worst gap. They didn't do too bad of a job of putting it back together. You see aftermarket screw there, regular one there, aftermarket screw there, regular one there. For some reason, it appears to me that all the damage was like right here. And yeah, you can see that this piece, you can tell that this piece, but it doesn't look like it came from, this piece doesn't look like it came from the same car as that piece. See what I'm talking about? And then you got the hood that doesn't look like it was from a red car at all either. So I'm thinking maybe the hood and this came from one car, and then this and that piece there, so you can see it's red down there. Or maybe you can't, or maybe you don't give a shit, but it is. Down there it's red. By the way, maybe somebody else can answer this real quick. You see the fading in different colors. Did these cars come with a 2-fan setup? Or is this after? Did somebody else change this to a 2-fan setup? That I'm kind of curious to know. It has a pretty corrody two-core radiator that I don't, for that big of a motor and for what he's been using it, I'm just kind of surprised. It's pretty corrody looking. It's got good fluid in it, but it's corrody. Anyway, 452. in time here of your time. I appreciate you guys watching, and any advice. This isn't about me educating anybody. I see a little oil leak right going on right there. Well, that ain't fun. But anyway, anybody that can educate me, because I'm certainly not trying to educate you guys. I'm just trying to put this thing back together. I want to get it to Wisconsin Speedway on May 27th. They're having where a rookie like me can drive up and go get timed on the quarter mile. And apparently, if you look back here, right here, Wisconsin International Raceway 2016, and right below it and right above it, you can see it, there was 15 and 17. I'm pretty sure that's the two that came off. But anyway, so the old man I bought it from said the kid used it at the track, exclusively at the track, for years. So that's kind of why it looks in the shape it does, other than what somebody may have done to it. I don't know if it was him or somebody that bought the car before him. I'm the fourth owner. So anyway, it's not in bad shape. It really isn't. Anyway, I'm off to go do the day's work on it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching if you do.